All right. Actually, we're starting live. We are back. We are live.
Welcome to the stream, boys and girls.
Welcome back to FPL.
Let's get this
Take
going.
the hit. You are here with Joff and Mick, and
Mick and Joff.
We're talking game week 2 now. We're on game week 2. It is time. This is it. This is it. I mean, game week 1 is under our belts. We've all had our. Some of us have had a good start. Some of us haven't had a good start. Obviously,
move a little bit.
Obviously, Salah not having Salah is huge.
Oh, our lights now. What are we doing?
Oh, the lights. True.
Come on, man.
What have we done? Just some technical difficulties here. We've got to get this one right. So lights on. Oh, there were lights, camera. Damn, that's just too bright. Floodlights.
What are they called? What are those dudes that do all the handiwork for the? What are they called?
Got to have some peeps, huh? But yeah. So if you're watching the replay of this as well, welcome as well. We're here. We're live for some. We're replaying for others. Should we talk about how we're going to be constructing this episode and how we're going to be doing it in the future, Mick? Right now, or should we wait for a few more?
Should we play the song first?
Let's get the song going. Let's get this party started.
Let's start this show, shall we? And lights, camera. Take the hit. Oh crap.
That's it. I mean, you've ruined it. You've ruined it. We're going all in. We're going all in.
Take the hit. There it is.
Yeah, that's right. We're back.
Welcome back to FPL. Take the hit. You're here with Mick and Joff, and today we are talking all about game week 1. It is past us. Well, Joff.
Game week 2 as well?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe we'll get into game week 2. I mean,
Might
game
as
week
well.
1, I just want to live in a world where game week 1 is all that exists.
What are you in the world right now, Mick? What are you
I don't know, like 50K. So
Oh, yeah?
I don't take care. I don't really take notice of those things.
I just get out of here.
I just do things.
Get out of here.
No, it was an awesome game week for some, and you know it was okay for others. But it's game week 1, boys and girls. It's the first game week of the season. There's plenty of breathing room, plenty of things to do, plenty of things to learn. Really.
Oh, that's it. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's all about living and learning and seeing what happens. And they're not being hard on yourself.
No, not at all.
There's a lot of people that are a bit hard on themselves for not owning Salah or not captaining Salah. And I mean, what can you do? He did nothing in preseason. Then he goes and gets 40 points as a captain. Like, these things happen. This is a part of the game. I mean, we all know
sure
this.
We may have said something about that in the last episode.
Oh, we mentioned that Salah was obviously the right captain choice for us. That was our opinion, and it was right. But, I mean, hey, we get him wrong as well.
Hey, who are we? In the end, who are we? But yeah, like that's exactly right, Joff. So why don't we kick it off now, go into the structure of this stream, how we're going to do it. So what we're going to do is we are going to kick it off with just a little bit of a chit chat. Have a look at the questions. Say g'day to some people. Get everyone rocking and rolling the channel, and then we're going to jump straight into our content for a good solid half an hour to 40-odd minutes. You reckon?
That sounds about fair.
And then after that, we're going to hit up all your questions after that, after we finish our content, guys, which, we think this structure is fairly working for us. We hope you guys are enjoying it as well. So.
We like that. We've got our very first podcast of the year as well with this one here as well. So welcome back to the podcasters. Unlucky about we didn't get the first game week 1 up there, but we're back now. We're back. We are back. That's it,
guys. And also, we are going to start doing these little match reports. I don't know if you saw on Twitter or on YouTube. We've done a couple of match reports. It is more of an exclusive content for our patrons, and the patrons are loving it. But yeah, have a look, check them out. I did a couple this week, and we'll try to keep that going.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, no, you did a good job. They were really nice and informative. And so happy days, Mickey boy.
Yeah, it is cold. Someone's saying
it's a bit cold. Welcome back to all you guys who are live. Mr. McSee, Justicial, respect. How are you guys? Hope everyone is well. And missed the intro. Someone's missed the intro.
Well, the intro. It's a good one. It's a doozy. Oh, Divesh is saying thank you again, Master Mick, for the salad tip.
Salad tip.
Much love, brother. Much love.
I love it. But should we get out to our teams right now? It's roughly on 5 minutes.
Let's get into our teams.
Shall you take it away, Mick, with your big week?
I'm just going to jump in. Kings of the Game Week. That's the new for the.
Oh, no, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Budweiser, Kings of the Game Week or something. Yeah.
Budweiser is the sponsor. There you go.
Oh, it's all about the money, isn't it?
All right, so game week 1, done and dusted. I ended up on 92 points, which is just a mammoth. Maybe about there, maybe a little bit more. I finished on pretty big game week 1 for me. You can't be happier than that. Nearly cracking the 100-point barrier. Something I honestly didn't think I would do before the Chelsea and the Wolves games, to be honest. But after we saw what unfolded there, I managed to pick up some tidy little points there, didn't I, Joffy boy?
Oh, you sure did.
Tidy, whitey little points. So 92 points. Had McCarthy in goal. Had Trent there. Trent picking up 1 point. James, my beautiful, beautiful James. What a champion. Reece James, we didn't really know if he was going to start, but I just had a feeling, and I took a chance that for $5 million getting the starting right back for Chelsea, it just seemed something that I needed to do.
Was it a hard kind of decision?
It was hard. I thought, you know what, Chelsea can have a good season. Let's go and get into it. So there you go. Reece James scored an absolute cracker. He'll never do that again. Maybe he will. But
man, what a goal!
He was on corners.
What was that?
As well.
Honestly, what was that goal? That goal was like out of nowhere. He just kind of went, you know what, bang, and then he just went crack. That was a really, honestly, there's not many goals like that we're going to see this season. That's probably going to be like a top 10 goal of the season goal.
Absolute cracker. And then obviously took the corner for Zuma's goal as well. So,
yeah,
I mean, we'll talk about Reece James a bit later, but I'm a big fan, obviously, if he keeps his position. I had Romain Saiss in there, who had this ridiculous game.
What happened there?
I don't know.
Man, Saiss is that run that he had. We spoke about that run that he had, that he hit the post and then Jimenez missed that tap in. Like, this is crazy, man.
That was quite the game. And they cleared off the line as well, Romain Saiss.
Oh.
So got, had Romain Saiss in there as well. Midfield had Aubameyang, Salah, Doucouré, and Son. So just obviously Salah and Alba doing the business there. And then up front had a bit of a shit show. Antonio did nothing. Mitrovic didn't start. And Timo Werner got an assist. That is all, but he did look amazing. We'll talk about him a bit later. That's it for me, 92 points.
Good start.
We'll get into Joffrey's team.
All right. So, I'm happy with my start as well. I got 77 points with Mohamed Salah, captain. Wasn't even thinking about Alba, to be honest, because Salah's my boy. Had to do Salah. You got to go Salah. So, started with Salah in with the captaincy there. TAA at the back. I had Justin at the back, which I was happy with, 9 points. Can't complain with that. 4.5. And obviously Mitchell as well, getting me 6 points with my budget Crystal Palace defender worth 4. So that was definitely a gift for anyone that wanted to budget their way into that the defense. So obviously, like I said, had Salah, Aubameyang with Orba. People give me a hard time with the way I pronounce his name. I don't know, Orba. What do you want me to say? Aubameyang. I like saying a boom because a boom. And Sonny Boy and Souček round up the team. Souček actually, he could have had some, he could have had some points in that game. There was definitely, he's definitely going to get some goals this season, Mr. Souček. So looking forward to some points from him. I ended up starting with Danny Ings. So for anyone that has been following my work, I actually did I did my team. This is actually a true story here. So I had my team. It was all done and dusted. I put it on, all these socials or whatever. And then roughly it was about 10 minutes before the deadline, something just came through me. I was like, you know what, Joff? Come on, man. Danny Ings did what he did for you last season, so you got to start with him. Give him that respect at least. So I started with him. I'm probably going to take him out in the first game. We're going to talk about that. However, I started with him, so I stayed strong with him. He had a couple of chances. He didn't take them, but I love you, Danny Ings, and I appreciate all your work. Hopefully, I own you again. And Werner 5 points, and Mitrovic as well. Obviously off the bench, didn't do anything, but I think that Mitrovic is going to do some damage in weeks to come. So I don't think we can write off Mr. Mitrovic as of yet. Happy Thursday to Lewis Hughesy as well.
Happy Thursday!
And yes, that's my team. So 77 points. I don't know where I'm in the world. Where am I? 420-odd thousand in the world. So happy with that start, Mickey boy. And yeah.
No, mate, that's a great start. That is a great start. You got to be happy with that.
I can't complain.
Hey, don't get greedy like me.
Man, I just do things, man. I just do me, man. But I mean, should we talk about our transfers immediately?
No, we should not.
We're going
to get into the leagues first. It's league roundup time.
It's league time. It's league time.
Come on now.
Hey, it's league time.
Joffy boy.
Is it league time?
Hey.
Did someone say it's league time?
Okay, take the Public League. I'm going to kick it off with the top three. We're going to do top three. Take the Public League. We've got in top spot.
Who we got?
Jacob Reeve, who is Puyol Pants Down FC. I reckon these guys.
Puyol Pants Down.
They just do this to have a laugh because then I'm going to say it.
We've got to go through some of these names, by the way. We should go through it with the best anyway.
Number 2, Stefan de Jong, Tiz. Okay. And in third position, Mount Me Greenwood. Come on now, guys. Come on. If you're going to do a dirty name, all right, don't maybe say it on live on air. That's not cool. That is not cool.
Hey, someone's obviously a Greenwood fan. They want
Tim Lee.
I want him to mount him.
That's the top 3 there. And let's go to the top 3 from the Patreon League. Captain Kevin, I am on top. Lewis Hughes is second. And No Chimbi Juan. David Parra is in third.
Oh, Parra, respect.
Parra boy. Well done, guys.
Well done, guys.
Well done, guys. Getting in the top 3 of our leagues this season. So,
I like it. Actually, you know what I want to talk about now, Mick? I just want to quickly talk about some
Please.
transfers that have come into the Premier League that are very close to coming in. Because one name that I want to mention, which we've been speaking about this, is basically Gareth Bale, man. So Gareth Bale, it looks like he's either going to Manchester United or Tottenham. Most likely Tottenham. I think that I've heard a few people say that it's official.
What's he going to be priced at?
That's what I was thinking. I was actually speaking to a Spurs fan today, and I was thinking maybe like roughly 9.5 million. I'm thinking as a midfielder. I hope.
Where will he play in that Spurs team?
He probably should play on the wing. You think about it? I mean, Kane's up front. Kane's got that. So anyway, if he does go to Spurs, it's amazing.
Bow to Tottenham official. Really?
Is it official? Because I mean,
Thiago to Liverpool official?
Yes, and that's another one. Thiago to Liverpool as well. So very kind of big moves for some big teams that. It's huge. And obviously I've heard about Sancho as well. They're going to step up the chase to try to get Sancho at Manchester United if they don't get Bale. So obviously we've got to keep an eye on these plays. And one name that I want to make you all aware of, which trust me, this guy's going to do bonkers, is what's his name? His first name? Cengiz. Cengiz Under is gone to Leicester from Roma. This guy, I'm very upset that he's left us. I mean, I love that guy. But I'm happy at the same time because we disrespected him by not playing him. So Cengiz will definitely be in my team. He'll be 6.5 or less. He'll be in my team. He'll be midfielder, 100%. So just making you guys aware. Keep an eye on him because Cengiz Under, I know he's in my team. I'm making room for him already. He's not even in the game yet.
Oh, cool. Any other transfers?
There probably is a couple more. Like Ivanovic actually went to West Brom.
Yeah, I saw that.
4.5 million as well. So.
Well, how old is Ivanovic, man? Like
he's 36.
He's past his best years.
He is, but he likes headers.
Yeah, I'm not going to go near Ivanovic. I'm sorry. No, not in that West Brom defense. I mean, we got to obviously we may as well start looking back at game week 1, and it's kind of. I mean, it's probably a little bit too soon to jump into who the whipping boys are going to be this season, but it looks like Fulham. It looks like West Brom.
It really does.
Maybe West Ham. Just from what we've seen in game week 1, which is not much. Obviously, we haven't had much. We don't have much data yet to draw from, but it looks like even Leeds are going to cop some goals, but you will be scoring some goals.
Yeah, we'll be copping goals. I mean, look, at home, you're going to see different Leeds at home. I just want to let everyone know as well. At home, Leeds usually, last season, we like to keep a lot of clean sheets. Away from home is usually when we come out. We get allowed to kind of break on the counter and we take advantage. So, at home, look, we're going to find out about Fulham anyway. We'll probably concede against Fulham. No, we won't. We're going to keep it clean. Dallas will probably get a goal. We'll see.
I love Luka Dallas. All right, man, should we get into it?
Let's get into it, man.
Let's have a quick look over the game week 1. So, first things first, Aubameyang was heavily owned this week.
Captained.
Heavily captained as well, absolutely. He was the most captained in the actual game in game week 1. He was the most captained pick there. Now, I mean, what did you think of Aubameyang's display?
Oh, I think he was. Look, he did the job, man. He did the job. He's definitely going to be well owned this year, and it's going to be rightly justified, man. Like this guy is going to do business. He could have had a couple goals. He obviously only got the one. He got the yellow card, which took the bonuses away from him. But I mean, players like Aubameyang, Willian, obviously 3 assists, and Ketia as well on the bench, which would have made a few people upset because I thought he was going to start.
Absolutely. But I mean, the thing is, you got Lacazette there.
Yeah.
I think the thing for me with Arsenal, I think they're going to be better this season. Lacazette detracts me from Aubameyang. Aubameyang's never going to play down the middle. He's not going to play.
It doesn't look like it, does it?
So he's going to be playing as a midfielder, which is what he is in the game. So it makes sense. But is he worth 12 million?
Yeah, 12 million. It's a lot. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But I mean, that's the thing. It depends on who you've got in your team. Trying to squeeze in Aubameyang, De Bruyne, Fernandes, and Salah. It's very tricky. I mean, I'm the king of that stuff, and it's tricky. It's very tricky. Very tricky.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are bigging up Aubameyang for game week 2. He's going to destroy West Ham. The thing is with Aubameyang guys and girls out there, he will troll you. If you captain him, he will troll you. I'm telling you right now. I tried so hard the last 2 seasons to own Aubameyang. I love him. I love Aubameyang.
He's a gun.
He's a great player.
He's a freak.
He's that kind of player that you even when you're not a fan of the team, you still got to love the guy. He cuts in. He's the way he plays is really technical football. He's a really good player. But when it comes to FPL terms, I need him to play centre forward. Otherwise, I don't really want to own him.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, there you
that's
go.
For me. That's for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, that's you. For me, I think that, look, I'd love to own him. I would love to own him. For 12 million, I don't really care. I love the guy. I think
how are you going to fit him in?
Well, that's the thing. Was that for me, he's 4th in line of those other 3 players that I said. So
exactly.
But I mean, Willian 3 assists.
Now, Willian, you got to show some caution with this. How many people are going to bring him in this week?
Oh, he's already gone up, hasn't he? I'm pretty sure he's gone up in price. He has. He's 8.1, isn't he?
Well, let's have a look. So far, nearly 500,000 people have brought him in so far.
It's 500,000 people.
500,000 people have brought him in so far. Now, he's not going to get 3 assists every week, guys. Come on. He can't maintain that kind of form. It's not going to happen. He's not on penalties, but is he going to be a big contributor to this team? I think he will. I think we underrated him preseason.
Oh, I mean, you definitely did. Look at for $8 million, he's got to back. He's got to kind of do a bit more, a bit more of this, to be honest. But hey, who knows? Open-minded to Willian being a great option this year.
I think for me, if I'm going to dip back into this Arsenal team, it will be through Willian. I think it will be through Willian. Well,
wow. He's on corners.
He's on corners, set pieces. He hit the post for a free kick.
Yeah.
So he's taken that away from Aubameyang. Obviously, Auba will be on pens. We know that.
Obviously. Yeah.
But in saying that, if he can, emulate some, grab a few of Auba's points or even assist a few of Auba's goals, hey, you're in the business.
Could be good. No, I like that. I like that.
Mitrovic obviously not starting too.
Yeah. Oh, that was another thing as well. So Mitro will start he was the top scorer in the championship. So don't worry, he'll be starting. So I can't see him not starting against Leeds. I really can't.
We played in the Carabao Cup.
He scored in the Carabao Cup, yeah, and I think he played the 90 actually.
Yeah, he started in that game.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. But we'll just touch on Palace and Southampton as well. Obviously, Zaha got his goal and got an offside goal, which was off by just like this much.
Oh.
So Zaha could be one to own $7 million, the dreaded $7 million that usually not many players do business, but he could be good. He could be good, Zaha. So obviously talking about Mitchell as well at $4 million, just kind of breezing through this game. I don't need to go into this too much. Obviously, Ings owners might not have liked what they've seen, like myself, but so moving forward, Liverpool Leeds, Mick.
Liverpool Leeds. I mean, what a great game, Joff. We both caught this game. Did a bit of a match report on it as well. And mate, you told me what Leeds was going to be like in this league, and they didn't disappoint at all.
Yeah, we look good. I'm happy with what I've seen. I mean, we're going to attack. Like I said, at home, we're gonna keep more clean sheets. Away from home, we're not going to give up. We're not going to go down without like a fight. So I'm just happy that we had a good crack and the confidence that they'll take it to the next game. And for FPL, points as well. Like you got Bamford, you got Harrison. Like Bamford, honestly, I would probably steer away from Bamford for the time being. I mean, maybe he's definitely going to start against Fulham. So if you've brought him in, hey, ride the wave. He might even score against Fulham. But long term, Rodrigo is going to be our forward. So for the time being, ride the wave with Bamford. If you're going to bring him in, he's already gone up, I've seen. But Harrison is someone that he could be actually really. He could be a really good option in the championship. He missed a lot of chances, to be honest. But you never know. He could be a really good option. I'm open-minded to him being at the level of the Premier League. So maybe the championship was too good for the championship in a way. That he's actually finds his kind of his platform. And
I actually just on Harrison, I loved what I saw from him in that game. He got forward, he got in the right positions, and he looked dangerous in that game. I mean, for me, at 5.5 million for a midfielder, I think he's a great option.
I just hope he's consistent.
I mean, you know more about him than I do.
I'm open for him to be more consistent because he only got like 8 goals and 6 assists in like every game that we played last year. He played like 40 odd games, like 46 games. So we just need a bit of consistency from from Harrison. He's someone for me. And like I said, I've talked about Klitsch on penalties he scored. Obviously, we've spoken about Dallas is an amazing option. Helder Costa and Phillips. So there's going to be stuff happening here. There's going to be stuff happening here for Leeds. So definitely keep an eye on Leeds. And obviously, Harrison is owned by City, so be careful because I think we play City soon as well.
Yeah, game week 4.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
game week 4. Watch out for him. And then obviously Liverpool. I mean, the defensive display from Liverpool was a little bit weird for game week 1.
Start of the season.
Same thing happened last season, but I mean, it just like a lot of people have gone and doubled up on Liverpool defense. Yeah. So what's your advice on that? Should they go away from it or should they stick with it?
I think for the time being, maybe you don't need to have a double Liverpool defense because obviously they've got Chelsea the next game. But I feel like in the coming weeks, we've got to look at it. I mean, once they start to shore it up, like last season, they started a bit poorly at the back, but once they shore it up, man, Virgil van Dijk, he should have had like 2 or 3 goals. Like he killed Leeds. Like every time it was like a corner, I was scared. I was like, man, this is Virgil. This is Virgil's territory, So, definitely be keeping an eye. I will own 2 Liverpool defenders at one point in the season. I know.
Well, you won't own it soon though, because they got Chelsea, Arsenal, Villa, Everton, Sheffield. Okay, well, after the next 2, maybe after game week 4.
Yeah, maybe. So, I mean, obviously Salah, hat-trick, Mane. If you do the switch, I don't blame you. But if you keep faith, I don't blame you as well, man.
Mane had a good game. Mane had a good game.
He did.
Yeah. He had chances. He could have got in there. But the thing is, like always happens, we've seen the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
They're just going to vie for points every single game week. Sometimes it'll be Mane, but most of the time it'll be Salah.
Yeah. Look, I think I'm on Salah. I'm on
penalties.
Yeah. Penalties.
It's hard to. That's a hard decision to make. If Mane was cheaper, it might make it easier.
It would. It would make it easier.
Yeah. People selling Trent, just
nah.
Stop it.
It's one game.
Don't.
It's one game. He got 1 point. Well, I'd keep him anyway. So, I mean, briefly talking about Newcastle and West Ham. Wilson, obviously, we've got to keep an eye on now. He's got his early goal, which got him off the mark. He could be amazing. We know what he's like when he's in form, don't we? We know what that guy's like.
6.5 million for Wilson. I said it for preseason. I think it's a good price.
It's a great price. Mm-hmm. And Hendrick as well, 5 million. I think that maybe it could be a bit of a bit of a teaser, but at the same time, you got to leave the door open to any player, anyone that's getting goal assist. He could be an option, but I'd approach with caution. I want to see more.
And West Ham looked pretty poor.
They did. Yeah. They've got a big game against Arsenal to prove themselves because they're going to be pissed off.
Big game. Leicester versus West Brom. Whipping boys, perhaps West Brom.
I think 100%.
Maybe. I mean, they did concede 2 penalties. Fair enough, which is very lucky for Jamie Vardy because he had a very quiet game. Besides his 2 penalties.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
a lot of people
did have 2 shots. Yeah,
2 shots. And they were both penalties. A lot of people are going to be jumping on him. Let's see how many jumped on him so far.
100,000.
No, that's $1 million, mate.
No, that's 100. What?
That's $1 million.
Wow.
1 million have jumped on Jamie Vardy already.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm a bit of shock right there. Has he not gone up? How has he not gone up? Has he gone up?
Maybe not.
There you go. So anyway, Timothy Castagna as well. I think he's a bit expensive. I think he's 5'5", but he got the goal there as well from Atalanta. He's an amazing option as well. We're obviously seeing that Justin has done the business already, getting an assist and 9 points. So for 4.5 million, probably the best 4.5 million defender besides Brighton's defender, which we're going to touch on in a second, Lamptey. But so Leicester obviously approach their midfield with caution. West Brom assets, I mean, you can't write them off yet. Pereira could be still an amazing option there. But obviously, maybe wait for them to prove themselves.
200,000.
200,000. All right. So, anyway, moving on to another game as well. I mean, maybe we talk about that Chelsea game as well. So Chelsea, Brighton as well. Obviously, we've seen what I always want to talk about Brighton. I'll let him talk about Chelsea. But that Lamptey guy at right wing back looked amazing. Like he was everywhere. I think he's one of the best 4.5 million options as well with Justin from Leicester. So he was a great shout there.
I wasn't sure if it was because they were targeting Alonso as the weak defender,
yeah.
But everything went through Lamptey that game. Every single thing.
He looked
Brighton
great.
Just played through him.
But he's got the skill. It doesn't matter if they're going to go that wing anyway. He's got the skill.
He's fantastic.
But talk about your boys anyway.
Lamptey just tried Alonso. Yeah, he did. Well, I mean, Chelsea. We had it was a interesting game. It was very interesting in the essence that it was a brand new Chelsea team basically. There are a few old faces in there. Lampard, doing his thing, playing Loftus up front, which I think was a mistake, and I think he'll learn from that. Playing Kai a little bit too deep for me. Havertz had a very quiet game.
Yeah.
Drifted in and out, didn't really do much. Mason Mount had a good game, solid game, right alongside Alonso because the game was played down that wing.
Yeah,
it was played down Alonso's wing because that's the way that Brighton really forced the game. Brighton had a lot of possession.
So who do we look at?
Obviously, do not sell Timo Werner. A lot of people have been selling Timo Werner.
Yeah, he's not injured. He's not injured. He's actually in training. Like a lot of people are very, very scared. I want to give a little bit of wisdom here as well. Every time you see a little yellow injury down next to someone's name, don't assume that they're definitely not playing in the next game. Sometimes, I don't know why FPL do it. It's like everything's politically correct. Everything's got to be, but there's a chance that he's not going to play. But it's like, hey, like with international duty, it's the same thing. Like that little eye, that yellow eye, just be careful because most likely they're fit. It's just like, he had a knock and he's going to be. So just, I don't know. I just want to put that out there because I can't see Werner not starting. I mean, he even came out after the game saying he's got a chance to play Liverpool match day 2. He's not going to let a dead leg stop him. So just, sometimes do a bit of research as well. Anyway, just want to get that out the way.
And just on what we were talking about Timo Werner, I mean, I watched the 90 minutes of this game, guys, and obviously I'm a big Chelsea fan, but I haven't seen a player like Werner in the league in a long time. This guy's got pace, precision. He works so hard off the ball.
Yeah.
The guy's got a mean left foot. I am very, very excited to see what this guy can do. Once Chelsea start playing to his strengths, he can get in behind defenders. Yeah, he's got so much pace in him. But the thing was, Barkley, Loftus-Cheek, all these players were literally releasing the ball too late. There's a few chances where if the ball was played out, just play it out to him, let him run, he would have been in on goal. But they didn't know that yet. They have not gelled quite yet. But let's see what happens against Liverpool. I'm gonna be very interested to see what Werner can do against Virgil van Dijk and Gomez.
I reckon it's gonna be a good game. Mm-hmm. There's no question. Anyway, we'll just quickly round up these ones here. So Everton and Spurs. Spurs obviously disappointed. Sun owners, Kane owners would be not too pleased, but Obviously, just maybe keep faith or whatever. I mean, I've already sold Son. We'll talk about that later. But I wanted to bring in Fernandes, yeah. But Everton really look good. We know that they've got James now, and James looked amazing. Yep. Amazing. And obviously, DCL is another one we've got to look at. But James, man, if he's on penalties at 7.5 million for a Carlo Ancelotti team, wow.
Yeah, man, he ran that team. He is basically what Everton have needed. You know, we hope that Sigurdsson could fill that void, but Sigurdsson's just kind of drifted in and out. You know, and James came and just bossed that midfield. And I think he's going to do absolutely amazing things for Everton. I'm very excited for Everton.
He is. And I just want to say hello to everyone in the live stream that's joined as well. Sorry we haven't got back to you all. We're just trying to stick to this content, especially for our podcast listeners as well. But don't worry, we're coming back to you guys. Don't you worry about that.
We will get back to all the questions. Hopefully we answer them in our content. If we don't, we'll get back. You've got to mention Reece James too in the Chelsea game.
Oh, yes, obviously Reece James.
Reece James on corners. Looks like he's starting right back.
Amazing.
Think about him. And last but not least, Wolves versus Sheffield. Now, as I said in pre-season, Ramsdale is not Henderson, guys.
True.
That was very clear to see in this game. He did not command that defense very well. I'm a bit worried now about Sheffield defenders. Are they worth 5 million? I don't think so.
Oh, James. Sorry, it's true. James is the way to say his name.
Rodriguez.
We've said his name incorrectly. But so Jimenez, obviously 8.5 million. Wow. Like he should have had like a hat trick, let's be honest. So he only got the goal, 8 points, which is still good. But man, Saiz, probably the best game from a centre back in a long time. Yeah. What was that? What was that performance?
Great game. Like a fantastic goal. And then should have had a second, and then should have had a third.
It should have.
And then save one off the line, like insane.
Just was everywhere, Raymond Saiz.
So for 5 million into that Wolves defense, for me, it was a budget way to get in there. I would have preferred Bowley, but I didn't have the extra 0.5 to spare.
Far out.
So
there you go.
It ended up being Roman Saiz for me.
I'm sure he'll be in your team forever now.
That's it, man. Podence got an assist. Everyone out there
Podence loves him.
I love Podence. I love me some Podence. 5.5 million, guys. Have a look at him. Maybe if he starts, who knows? But what about Traore, man? Traore. Once Traore got moved up front in this game, went bananas. Absolutely bananas. Started just taking the piss, really.
Yeah.
Just started just taking players on for fun and just shooting from anywhere. So, I mean, if Traore can play up front with Jimenez yeah, he's worth it, but
it could happen.
Maybe not. I mean, I nearly had Jota in my team. Lucky I didn't have him.
Oh man, Jota, I can't believe he didn't start. Obviously, the internationals plagued a lot of lineups anyway.
Absolutely, mate. Well, that's a little look at game week 1. Our thoughts on it. Why don't we move on to our first talking point, Joffy boy? This is one of my talking points. I think is very big for game week 1. I've been pretty big on it over social media. Even released a video on social media about it this morning. It is about taking hits. Obviously, that's what's the English. Taking hits in game week 1, versus using your wild card. Now, what are my thoughts on this, ladies and gentlemen? Obviously, if you've been following me on Twitter, take a hit. Just take the hit.
Take it.
This is game week 1, and it's a game week 1 that is unprecedented in the essence of a blank game week. We had a blank game week 1, guys. I don't know if you remember this, but Manchester United, Manchester City both missed out. So did Burnley and Villa. Not so important. The main thing is you're going to want Manchester City and Manchester United assets now. I know I do. I think maybe Joff does too.
I think I do, yeah.
So in essence, unless you had them on your bench for game week 1, which, well done if you did. If you pulled that one off, awesome. Good on you. If you didn't and you need to bring him in right now, take some hits. We're going to get into what I did and what Joff did a little bit later on. But let's just say that I've got a couple of assets in my team that maybe they play for one of the Manchester teams or both of the Manchester teams.
Both.
And the thing is, if you've hit that wild card button, okay, fair enough. Maybe it was justified. But for me, I looked at it. I thought, okay, if James doesn't start. And I'm going to change like 4 or 5 of my starting 11. Okay, maybe it's worthwhile wildcarding. But if you're only going to change, 3, 4 max of your starting 11, then it's really worth just take that -8, take that -12, save your wildcard for future use. And in the end, it's 12 points, and you're bringing in 3 or 4 starting players for your team. 3 or 4 maybe mistakes or things that you didn't see. Now, in hindsight, you've corrected those errors.
Yeah, nice. I mean, taking hits, especially, like you said, you explained it perfectly. It's something that I just do what you feels right. If your team is that bad and you need to wildcard, maybe do it. But taking hits early in the season, I think that it's probably the best time to take hits because, you're trying to find your feet and, why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
Because what I've seen a lot on social media is people saying, okay, I've had a really bad game week, but I'm just going to hold. I'm going to hold on. I'm going to be patient with my players. Now, this is a good tactic to have. Don't get me wrong, but the thing is, if you've made some mistakes, you've made some glaring errors, like for example owning Antonio, then you can fix those errors straight away. Just take the hit, fix the error that you've made. And you're going to be happy. You're going to play this game a lot happier. You're going to be happier inside when you're seeing your players that you've chosen from the limited that we've seen in game week 1. But in the end, you make the decision and you live with it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. And should we move on to my bit of a talking point here as well? My bit of wisdom here as well is, look, patience is something I like to preach because I'm very patient. But at the same time, I've taken hits. I love taking hits as well. So it's about whatever you feel is right. Like I always say to all my Insta people and everyone that I speak to on YouTube is basically just back your gut. Like if you feel like take a hit, take a hit. If you feel like being patient and just waiting for that player to come good, do it. Just obviously understand that if you take a hit, you're taking a risk, obviously, to maybe bring in a player, take out a player that might do the business in the next game week. So you might be taking a risk, but at the same time, just back yourself. If you make a mistake, you learn from it. That's all you can do. So it's kind of a mixed message there, patience plus back your gut. But also, go for it as well sometimes. Like it's just all this game is about is just trusting yourself and doing what you feel is right. So getting information from us, getting information from anyone you want, but then you make the decision for whatever it is that you want to do, I guess. So play your own game.
Beautiful.
Swim in your own lane, as some people say.
I like that.
Shaman Jurek.
Yeah.
Legend. And how are you, Birdie? Anyway,
welcome to the stream, Birdie. All right, mate. Should we get into our game week 2 preview?
Yeah, I think Do you think
right. Let's do it. So let's have a quick look through the fixtures. Everton, West Brom, Joff. I think this is going to be a great game. I think if you own some Everton assets in this game, mate, you're in for some bangers.
Yeah, I think that DCL. We're going to get into my team, but I might have brought in DCL already, and I think DCL is an amazing option this season. I think that I never had him last season. I honestly was off him. I wanted him to prove himself to me, and not to me anyway, to anyone, but he proved himself to me. And I was trolling him, not trolling him, but I was like, oh, he's got to prove himself. And Mick was like, oh, you hate this guy. And I'm like, no, he's just got to prove himself. And he did. And obviously after Project Restart, he trolled people that owned him. But this is a player that when he's in form, he's going to be doing some business. So he could be my businessman for this season, Mr. DCL. I think it's 7 million. He could rapidly rise in price if he scores against West Brom. He's already 7-1, I think. So. Yeah. DCL is one to look at, and as well as Yames. We've mentioned Yames, and obviously Digne as well. He's already got 12 points, but
6 million I think is a bit expensive.
It is a bit. But
Leeds versus Fulham, I think is going to be a very open game.
Cracker.
I think obviously hold on to Mitrovic out there. If you do still own Mitrovic, I would hold him for this game at least.
Hopefully he doesn't score against us, but he might. He might. We might come out to party again, man. Yeah. Let's party. Let's get 4 goals because we love scoring goals. Bielsa loves scoring goals. And I like that. I like watching my team love to score goals. That's fun. I have fun while I watch it.
That's what it's there for.
That's the thing is conceding against Liverpool, it was funny because I haven't watched Leeds in the Premier League in between drinks 15 years. And we were conceding and I was okay with it. I was like, it's okay. We're scoring. We just like scoring goals.
I like it. Manchester versus Crystal Palace. Manchester United, their first game of the season. There's a lot of doubts around all these players and all the crap flying around. In the end, they're going to get out a good team on this pitch. Palace, they won the game, Joff. They won their last game, kept a clean sheet. This looked like a prime time to bring in United assets and captain them, but I'm not too sure.
I just think maybe the opposition, like Southampton, were kind of caught off guard. But you could be right. That's what Palace does. Palace comes out to set up shop and not do anything. So
that's exactly, mate. After they got that goal from Zaha, it was like literally a chess game of just literally Palace just blocking the lanes. That's it.
There's some sort of stat that once Palace hits the lead, they don't lose games or something like that. I don't know what the stat was. I was listening to it while I was watching that game, and it was like 1 a.m. Australian time, and I was cooked. But I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's pretty crazy. And then because I had Ings, and Ings didn't do anything after bloody Zaha scored. So, but yeah, obviously Fernandes, one to look at. Marshall, if you're bringing him in, it could be a good option. Greenwood, man. Greenwood is a player that as long as Sancho or they don't sign another winger, Greenwood is going to be an option. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there.
Definitely, yep. Fernandes for me. All right, Arsenal versus West Ham. Big game here, the London derby. West Ham got a point to prove, but obviously Arsenal are going to come out after that first victory and just want to do it all again.
Yeah, very, very true. But I mean, like I said, West Ham came out and won 3-0, I think, in the midweek Carabao Cup. They started a very strong lineup as well. So I don't know if they're going to be tired or if they're going to want to point. They're going to point to prove for their fans. They're going to want to stand up here. So. And I've actually did a bit of research into Aubameyang, whatever you want to call this. Aubameyang, Orba. And in his in his 4 games that he's played in the Premier League in his last 2 seasons against West Ham, he's only scored in one of those games. So I just want to put it out there. Maybe he gets a hat-trick. I don't know. But just want to put that out there because maybe he does a lot of business, but maybe he doesn't. But, I mean, is anyone else at Arsenal you'd look at? Like, I mean... Willian, yeah. Obviously, at 4.5 million, holding, yeah, it could be a good option this season. Yeah. We know they like keeping clean sheets under Arteta, so could be a really amazing option. And Gabriel we haven't spoken about, but he got his goal. Could be good.
5 million.
Could be good. Yeah. Souček, 5 million. West Ham, I'm on him, and I'm going to stick with him for the foreseeable future. Maybe I'll take him out next week, but. I want to keep Souček.
He's got aerial threat, Joff. I like him as an option. I like him as a pick. I still like Souček. He looked good in the first game, against Newcastle. He had a couple of headers. Didn't score anything.
And someone just said, once Palace score the first goal, they'll lose. Wow. That was what I heard. Crazy, man.
Spurs vs Southampton. Obviously, people holding on to Ings here. Maybe. I don't know. I think, like I said before, I think Ings is overpriced. Yeah, we'll get into what you've done with him, if you've kept him or not. But the Spurs team, I mean... If they get Bale and Regulian, however you pronounce his name, that's some upgrades there for them. That they need something. They look bereft against Everton.
Yeah, they're at home as well.
Yeah,
Doherty had that chance. That's the thing is, sometimes with these games, Doherty scores that goal, the game changes. You know what I mean? Like that's why sometimes we read into too much. Well, they had a bad performance, but they scored that first goal. We're talking about different things here. We're talking about Matt Doherty. It was like 15 points, Matt Doherty. You know what I mean? Like,
it was a great run by him too. Played in by Kane perfectly, and then just a good save. But, true.
It's just one of those things, like perception. But I mean, yeah, true. If you've got Ings and you hold on to him, I don't blame you at the same time because he was unlucky. He had 2 shots right at the death. He looked good still. He looked good. That's my boy.
But yeah, I'm obviously going to stay away from Spurs now. I had Son in my team game week 1.
Yeah.
We'll see what happened to him, but I'm going to stay away from Spurs for the time being until I see more from them. I want more from Spurs.
I like that.
All right, moving on. Newcastle versus Brighton, Joff. Well, we touched on Wilson here. We touched on Lampard, so really not much to say about this game. I think it's going to be a good game.
Oh, look, I feel like there's players like Fraser. Fraser scored midweek in the Carabao Cup, which 6 million. Once he starts getting starts, maybe don't bring him in yet. I don't know if he's going to start, Yeah. But I mean, Hendrick, if you were to bring in Hendrick, I can't see him being benched straight away. So again, a lot of these players, they are foreseeable future options. You have to give them a chance while they're in there. Like Bamford from Leeds, like he's a foreseeable future player. Like he might be okay for 2-3 games, but then Rodrigo is going to take his place. It's inevitable. But same as with Hendrick, I think the Fraser's going to take his place, but. Could be a good option. And one of their players at the back there, Mick, what was his name? Their left back, their new player from Norwich?
The kid from Lewis.
Lewis, yeah, man, he looked really good in that game.
He looked amazing. Yeah, he's a great option at 4.5 million.
Could be good. I mean, they could keep clean sheets as well. We know what Steve Bruce wants to do, but maybe they're going to it was interesting having Carroll up front as well again. With Wilson. Maybe that's a partnership. I don't know. Maybe
Carroll's 5.5 million, so he's a cheap route into the Newcastle attack.
Maybe
people looking at him, but
maybe.
I like what I saw from Newcastle, man, and we'll get into why a bit later on after we finish these off. But moving on to Leicester versus Burnley, this is going to be a test for Leicester. A big test for Leicester. I was surprised at the 3-0 against West Brom, but in the end it is West Brom. But I mean, I want to see more from Vardy. I want to see more from that midfield of this Leicester team because they were okay, but I'm pretty hard on Leicester.
Yeah. No, you're a big Leicester, advocate. I guess you always give them the bit of a runaround. But I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know what that is, to be honest. But I mean,
Barnes had a good game. I like what I saw from Barnes in that game. He had a decent game.
What's with this kid? A lot of our we're talking about that kid Mick. A lot of our live chatters, anyway. Barnes could be good. Barnes could be. We know what he can do. We know that he's capable of getting high scores, and obviously Perez as well. These are players that they're form players, and whether they're going to be in that team. Like I said, Cengiz Under is coming to this team. He's probably in the game before the kid. I think we're talking about maybe Lewis. Talking about. I think the Cengiz Under from Roma is obviously an amazing option. I think he'd be like 6.5 million, something like that. and I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on him. I would be keeping my eye on him if I was you guys, because he's going to do good things.
That's it, mate. Villa versus Sheffield. First game for Villa here. Grealish scored that absolute peach in the Carabao Cup. 7 million for him. He's an option, but not something we're looking at. And it's going to be interesting to see the Sheffield defense if it holds up against Villa, because I mean, Villa aren't going to really, give him much of a game, but it's still going to be an interesting game, I think.
I think it'll be a good game. I mean, Villa's got that Ollie Watkins, and Ollie Watkins is coming at 6 million, and we all think that's too expensive, but he might prove that price tag correct. He could be, some of these players that come in from the Championship, they really are Premier League players. Like, honestly, like I've watched a lot of Championship because my team's been in the Championship for 15 years, so I know the Championship very well, and I don't know how, like some of them come in, like our Ebanks Blake, people that remember Ebanks Blake, some of them come in and they can't match it at that Premier League level. Like, I'm not saying that Ebanks Blake good. Maybe he was injured or whatever. I'm not going to limit him. Maybe he had it, but he just, I don't know, whatever happened with him. But some of these players, they come in and they really hit the ground running, like how Bamford got a goal straight away and Harrison got a goal straight away. These guys could be Premier League proven players, whereas in the Championship, they weren't Championship players. Like Harrison, if you watch Harrison for all of last season, he wasn't, like, he was good and he kind of helped us, but some of these players are really, it's like when you're surrounded by positive people and you're surrounded by you're really kind of better players, that kind of thing, you excel. Whereas if you're surrounded by negativity and you're surrounded by lesser kind of players out of your realm, I guess, if you want to put it that way, you're not going to thrive as much. So we just got to be open to this. And you know what I mean with this? Yeah. Like, it's really important. Like Harrison, for me, watching him against, that was his best game that I've ever seen him play for Leeds United. And he did it against Liverpool. Like, you can't make this stuff up. You know what I mean? That was his best game. So anyway, how did I get here? Anyway, Ollie Watkins could be good. Keep an eye on him. Sheffield United, they signed Ryan Brewster by the sounds of it. I don't know if it's official or not. Could be good. 4.5 million. Could be good. But
will he play there? I mean, they got Mousse up there. They got McBurney. They got Sharp. They got a lot of strikers up there, and they could never, like, what was it? Was Wilder their coach? He could never settle on a centre forward. Yeah. McBurney couldn't get a goal. And Sharp's too old to even start. So yeah, I don't know. I'm staying away from Sheffield at the moment, guys and girls. Wolves versus City to round it up. Obviously, Manchester City playing their first game. It's going to be a lot of managers out there. I know you guys. I know what you're going to do. You're going to think, you know what? I can avoid City this week because they're playing Wolves. And Wolves beat them twice last season. Well, guess what? Ain't going to happen, mate. City going to come out, guns blazing. Yeah, Aguero. It's going to be mayhem. It's going to be mayhem at Molineux. I'm calling it goals. Mayhem at Molineux. Yeah, mate. I'm calling it right now. It's going to happen.
Wolves are going to concede goals, mate.
Yes. Wolves are going to come because Wolves are going to be, we beat them. Wolves are going to be all G'd up for this game. Right. City are going to come out and just tear it up. It's going to be a big game. Big game.
I hope there's goals in this game, man. I really do. I mean, we know the Wolves turn up against these big teams, though. We know that. They turn up against the big teams. And I hope you're right, Mick. I hope you're right that they come out and they have a good crack. Because, if Wolves, it's like Wolves are like a bloody palace in that respect. If they get the first goal, hard to break down, man. That's what bloody Espirito Santo does. But I hope you're right. They're going to be pumped. They're going to be charged. Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne going to be playing as the attacking midfielder, yeah?
Man, Kevin De Bruyne.
Behind who? Jesus or Aguero?
Most likely Aguero.
They're going to have Foden, Sterling in this team. No, I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's going to be a good game. I'm actually really looking forward to this game as well to see how it kind of goes. So,
yeah, big game. So, yeah, people out there that are thinking about owning a Manchester City asset or, maybe you're going to wait. Maybe wait if you want. A lot of people are probably going to go from Orba to, say, KDB or Sterling next week because of the actual fixtures difficulty comparison. But for me, let's get into our transfers, Joff, shall we?
All right, let's get into it. And then it's question time. So for all our live stream viewers, and obviously if you're watching this replay, we're going to be saying the questions out loud so that you can hear them clearly. And obviously if you're watching the podcast, we're going to be saying the questions out loud so that you can get an understanding of what we're talking about. And maybe it's a question that you would ask us. So who knows?
Absolutely. All right, mate. Do you want to tell us your captain and transfers for game week 2?
My transfers.
Let's have a look at your bus
getting
team.
into my transfers, what I've done was I was unsure not unsure. I thought that the price rises for the Manchester City and the Manchester United players would be going up and up and up, but it looks like that their prices are protected, which is kind of not pissed me off, but it's caught me off guard. And I don't like when I make mistakes, but I learn from them, and I'll learn for next year, which is all right. I'll figure it out if there is one ever again. Anyway, I've brought in KDB. So that was the move that I didn't want to make this week because I wanted to make that next week. Anyway, KDB, and I've also brought in Mr. Fernandez, and I've also brought in Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and I've taken out Ings, and I've taken out Son, and I've taken out Orba. I didn't want to take out Orba. I tell you that much right now. If I had known about these price protections, I would have kept Orba for this week and only taken a -4 and brought in KDB next week. But look, I'm stuck with this now, and you know what? Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But I'm definitely going to be captaining, not Kevin. I'm going to be captaining Bruno Fernandes 100%. He is my boy. That is my team. So yeah, Calvert-Lewin for Ings. I had to take out Ings. I had to start with him, but I wanted Calvert-Lewin, and I'm going to see what he can do for me.
Interesting there, Joffy boy. Yeah. See, you kind of stole my thunder. Absolutely stole my thunder. I had pre-planned my Game Week 2 transfers in the essence of taking out Son and Orba for KDB and Fernandes, and obviously I rang that through. I moved for Fernandes pretty much straight after the game ticked over.
You did straight away.
Didn't even wait. As soon as basically Son had played his game, like get rid of him. And then I thought, you know what? It's time to bring in KDB. If there's any price ranges, I don't want to get stuck for 0.1 to not have my plan succeed. So KDB came in for Aubameyang. And then I thought, you know what? Antonio, he's trash. West Ham look pretty poor. So I need someone a bit better. So I went the other way in that game. And I was impressed from what I saw from Wilson. So I brought in Wilson. So he made up the beginning of my -8. So similar transfers, what we've
did. We've taken the hit. We're just living up to our name. Game week 1. Hey, we've got to do. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. -8s, Joffy boy. -8s.
Hey, hits don't fear. I don't fear hits. At the end of the day, I can make up that hit straight away. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what we're going to try to keep our Undertaker segment going, which is basically people that take hits. And basically, we're both Undertakers this week, and we kind of see how we went next week. We see how the plays that we owned went, and then we see how the plays that we brought in went, and then we kind of see if it's a plus or minus. We'll try to do that next week as well, all right?
The Undertaker, yeah, we'll check out the Undertaker. But that's the thing, like I've taken a -8 this week, and I know Aubameyang could go nuclear against West Ham. I know that.
It's pronounced nuclear.
But for me, it's more, okay, who do I think is the better player, KDB or Aubameyang, throughout the course of the season? Now, obviously, that's the no-brainer for me. So I made that decision. I made that choice, and I'm going to live with it.
Yeah.
Live by the sword, die by the sword.
That's it. And
guess who's got my captaincy, Joffy boy?
Oh.
Always Captain Kevin.
He's on Kevin.
KDB's my captain this week. I don't care if he's playing Wolves. I don't care.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You're sticking with him. You're learning from your mistakes. I respect that. Okay. And there's been a few people saying that prices might not be protected. I hope you're right. I hope that these players go up because I thought he owned 2 of them. So
they're saying no rises until Game Week 2 commences. So they believe that they are protected, like you said.
But some people say, I don't know. I reckon by tomorrow or the next day we'll find out. But I think they're protected. But anyway, I think that's about it for our captains and transfers and Patreon shout out.
Let's do the Patreon shout out before we get into questions, guys. So
thank to all our Patreons for all the support, all the love. We got our what's it called? What's the bloody group chat called in there?
The Slack channel.
Slack channel. It's like group chat with all the teams. We've got like a team tinkering one, and we've also got like just a general chat. It's very enjoyable.
So I hope everyone out there in Patreon world, all our patrons enjoyed all my match reports that I put up this week. I'll continue them going. That's part of our exclusive content. Something new and exciting for you guys to enjoy this season. Joffy boy, why don't you take us through it?
All right. So Patreon shout out. We got Sammy D, George Zakakis, Stephen Bailey. Thank you all. Bert Ben Goyes, I hope I got that right. Wesley Quirk, Gary Warwood, Anthony Farrelly, Kyle Brett, Sahir Hamid, Bradley Emod, David Jereb, Ivan Kovacevic. We're killing these names. Alec Maz. We're not going to try the Maz murder. I don't even know if I got that right. Mazumda. We always butcher him. Sorry, Alec. Patrick Carney, Zachy Boy, Lewis Husey, and Sammy Horner. Thanks for all the new patrons. We love you guys. Thank you, Sammy.
Sammy Horner's our he won our league last season. Thank you, Sammy, brother.
And also the other Sammy as well, isn't there? Is that on here?
Sam D. Yeah, you did Sam D.
Oh, Sammy D. Sorry.
That's it.
I didn't hear his last name.
All right,
so
guys.
thank you all. Thank you all for your support. We appreciate all the love.
Thank you so much, guys. We love all you boys and girls.
Is it time for questions?
It's question time.
Oh, should we scroll up a bit, or what do you want to do? How are we going to do questions? Yeah,
well, hit us up with some questions now, guys. We'll have a look through what we've got
scroll
so
up a bit as well. Let's have a bit of a
any
scroll.
questions in there. All right, nothing there. You tell me to stop.
All right,
here we go. Cameron Rawcliffe, what would you guys do Ali to Rodriguez or Egan to Digne? Joffy?
Ooh, all right. Ali to Rodriguez or Egan. I'd definitely be going Ali to Rodriguez. I think that you're going to be saving 0.5 and you're going to have yourself a bloody talismanic playmaker who's on free kicks and penalties and corners. And I want James. My bad.
I agree with Joff. Okay, Sheila's asking what to do with Havertz. Tempted to make the switch to Rashford.
Ooh, Mick.
I think it's a good move. If you can afford that extra 0.5 and make that switch, I think Havertz was. I hope that he was going to hit the ground running, but it doesn't look like he will. Maybe we'll see a different Havertz against Liverpool. But I mean, the Rashford move, I think it's a great move.
Yeah, it could be good. Could be good. You never know. I mean, Havertz maybe he needs to find his kind of place in that team, and he's a kid, man. He's like 21.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe he needs a bit of time to blood. All right, what have we got?
Cameron's asking, is using the wild card too risky? Feel I may need to use it.
If you need to use it, use it. I feel like, maybe you should probably hold off. But at the same time, if you feel like you need to use it, back yourself. Always back yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else we got? We have got a bit further down. There we are.
Spurs. How many questions there?
Here we are. Will Aguero be starting? I think he does. I think why not? Why shouldn't Aguero start?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus might start.
Yeah. It could go either way. That's the reason why I don't want to own one of those two players, because of the rotation involved with Aguero and Jesus and the heartbreak of Pep Roulette.
Yeah, that's it. And someone's saying, is Harrison the best 5.5 million in the game? Maybe. I mean, we'll see what he's got to do. We'll see what he's got to, if he's got to continue a bit of consistency. But, I mean, Sam Maximum, who is an injury doubt, I hear. I don't even know.
Yeah, apparently Sam is an injury doubt.
He could be good, and there's a few others as well. But I hope you're right. I like Harrison. I like that. Anyway.
Divesh is asking, will Timo be explosive for FPL? I believe he will. I mean, like I said, I watched the 90, and I think Timo Werner is going to be absolutely bonkers this season for Chelsea.
Yep.
That's my belief. Take it or leave it, guys and girls. But I love what I saw from him. He's just going to be playing on that shoulder and just dominating, I believe.
Yep. And FPL Penguin, how are you, buddy? He is saying, how you doing, lads? Think Watkins will do how we spoke about Watkins and how we do at Villa. And basically, he scored versus Man United in a friendly recently, and also scored on the Cup overnight. So, yeah, like we said, I mean, Watkins can do some amazing things. We know what he can do in the Championship, and some of these players are going to come into the bloody Premier League and hit the ground running, like potentially how Watkins could do it. So open-minded to Watkins doing some business. But, yeah, some of these players, you've got to just keep an eye on them, like see what they can do first and then bring them in. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I was bigging up DCL preseason, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to see what you can do. Bang, I brought him in straight away. Yeah. So I hope he continues to do big things.
Long may he reign. Messi Shan is asking, should I transfer Salah for Fernandes? This is a popular transfer this week, Joe. I'm not sure if you've heard it much. I've heard it on Twitter heaps, because people want a United asset and they're like, how am I going to get there? Salah seems to be the scapegoat, mainly because...
How do you do that, though? No, I don't know.
Mainly because of their fixtures. That's the reason, because they're playing Chelsea and Arsenal.
We know that Salah is fixture-proof, though. Hey. I mean, is there another way you can get in Fernandes without losing Salah? Like, Salah got a hat-trick, man. Like, I don't know. Anyone that rewards me, I can't take them out. I know that. And that's why, like, taking out Ings this week was hard, man. I love that guy. Like, he rewarded me for so long.
Yeah, like, I would never take out Salah. I've made that mistake so many times, guys. I'm not making it again. It ain't going to happen. Salah's in my team. KDB's in my team. They're not going anywhere unless they get injured. Long-term injury. If it's a one-week injury, they stay. It's not going. No.
Yeah, I've had too many delete my team moments as well with taking Salah out. I think I had one. I only had one. I took Salah out when I was going to captain him. Get this. Delete my team. Get this. I took Salah out a game. I was going to captain him, which is how does that even come through your mind? Yeah, I think it was for David Silva and Aubameyang. I never forget that move. And I took him out because I was like, I'm getting 2 for 1 here. Salah goes and gets a hat trick, and these other two troll me. Aubameyang does nothing. Trolls me probably later on in the season. And that was a delete my team moment, and I've learned from that, and I just will keep Salah forever.
Love it. I love it. All right, well, getting down to some really good questions here.
What else we got here?
Let's have a look. James Woodpress is rated. Thank you. Okay, play KWP or James.
So Kevin Walker-Peters or James. I'd probably stick with James just purely on set pieces and everything.
Yeah, well, this Liverpool team looks like it can concede, so I'm obviously I'm going to play James. Yeah. So I'd play James.
And Finn Gregg is saying Orba or Bruno for captaincy.
If I was going to captain one of them, it'd be Bruno.
Oh, look, honestly, if I was to keep Orba, which I was hopeful of keeping Orba, I was going to captain Orba. So, oh, man, I could have a delete my team moment if he kills me. We shall see. Thomas McStay saying Ings to Marshall, question mark?
Absolutely.
If you can do it.
Get Ings out of your team.
Hey, calm down.
Get him out of there. Business who?
Calm down.
Business man?
Hey, calm down.
Business who?
And Devesh is saying Pickford as keeper for the season, Mick? Business who? Calm down. That's rude. That is rude.
5 million for Pickford in this Everton team. Yes, I like it. I like it. If I was going to spend 5 million on a keeper, I'd probably have
Ancelotti.
Pickford.
Oh, Ancelotti.
Yep,
The Ancelotti effect, man. Wow. Ancelotti
Summers,
effect.
consider Foden only when we start to see his game time. Could be a bargain of the season.
Yeah, you could be right. It could be right. It's one of those wait and see kind of players. So you guys, this is Jono Ampus is saying you guys think Nketiah will start next game. I don't. Do you?
No, I wouldn't go there anyway.
I mean, when you got a player that scores a goal, usually they continue. Usually, that's what managers do. That's what leaders kind of do. They'll kind of someone's got momentum, you kind of keep them going. But I mean, hey, I don't know. I don't think Arteta's like Pep, even though he was under Pep. He's not going to be plaguing us. Like Pep's probably the only player that won't start a player that scores the previous game. He's like the only. I just wanted to think about that while I was talking. I was like, is there any manager that you can think of that has done that? Pep is the only player. Like Mahrez goes and gets a double, benched. Doesn't even get a minute. It's like Sane. Remember Sane used to go and do stuff. Doesn't even play. It's like, what's going on?
Just the confidence of Pep. Though.
Man, Pep is just, he's true. You're right. Yeah.
It's just confidence. It's like, I don't need to play him.
Yeah, I like that. I like
my team. Daniel Suarez asking Salah a captain candidate this week.
Why not?
Absolutely.
Man, he's always a captain.
He loves turning on against Chelsea.
Is he right?
No
way.
Against my boys.
Don't say that. You might have to tempt me. Really? Far out. There you go.
Okay, Divesh, Timo to Marshall or Jimmy? Don't sell Timo.
Yeah, no, I'd probably be keeping Timo just for a little bit longer. But I mean, if it was one of those two, I'd go Marshall.
I would sell him.
And Ming Wai saying what to do with James Ward-Prowse. Downgrade him, use funds to upgrade my 4.5 million forward to DCL.
Yes.
I think that's a great idea.
Great idea.
You've answered your question. Back your gut, Ming.
Brilliant.
Back your gut.
Well done, mate. Good plan. Good plan. Stick to the plan.
And John Oliver Burge, I like that name, is saying, is Havertz and Ings to DCL and Bruno good?
Yes. Absolutely.
Everyone's killing it, man.
Killers on the
Keep
chat.
back in your gut,
guys.
man.
We're doing really well.
But then again, we've got this one here again. Should I transfer Salah for Fernandez? And we're both basically saying we wouldn't do it.
No.
We wouldn't do it. Back your gut, but we wouldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't do it. Abby is asking, do you think Van de Beek will be a starter and a good asset? I mean, I think he could be.
He could. Well, I mean, we can't rule him out.
It's
Let's be honest. He's playing for Manchester United, and we know that he's going to be playing in a really beastly team. So maybe he could be good, and I think that he starts. I mean,
I think he starts.
Why would they sign him if he doesn't start? I guess. I don't know. I have to wait and see.
Akshat is saying Kid Lewis, now Kid Havertz. So I think we're calling people kids.
Oh, Kid Lewis.
We're old guys. I'm 35. So that.
True. Sorry. So he's 35. I'm 32. So, I mean, we call people kids. I mean, I don't know. The thing is that we've owned a restaurant before and we've worked with a lot of kids as well. So it's like, as in, when we say kids like 17 to 21, that was, a lot of kids that we worked under us. So basically we kind of, they're kids. That's the way we talk. Sorry.
It's like Aussie slang.
Yeah, sorry if we offended anyone or something, but I mean, that's just what we say. So, you know what? We're going to roll with it. If you guys like it, we're going to roll with it. Say Kid Havertz, Kid Lewis, why not? So basically, Pritviraj is saying, what are protected prices, Mick?
So basically what the FPL towels will do is they, on certain occasions, will protect players from rising in price. That's all it means. So, obviously, any given game week, players can go up or down in price.
Why do they protect them?
Sometimes they protect them for certain reasons, like a blank game week, for example, like what we lived in. Maybe that happened. But they didn't. Thing is, it's like an unwritten rule. They don't put it out there,
BS,
which is just silly because we should be told this stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
there should be an official.
I know the
website.
rules of the game. Like I know them, and
there should be an official website that tells you, okay, this is the official FPL website.
This is what we're doing.
Go up in price. No, they keep it a secret. Why?
Shh. That's what we're here for you. That's why, go back to all of our, for anyone that hasn't watched them, it's actually really good for, this is what, if anyone that's got our podcast on the podcast or watching the replay or watching it live, go to our FPL Advantage series. It's like a whole bunch of wisdom, and it will definitely assist you with, honestly, these kind of things get no views. We talk about wild cards. We talk about first wild card, second wild card. Yeah, we talk about triple captain. We talk about bench. We talk about the best time to use all these things. Highly suggest.
Yeah, go
I might even plug it on our YouTube kind of community page and on Insta page, and you maybe plug it on Twitter.
Yeah, why not?
Just have a look because it's good stuff and it'll help your decision making. Anyway.
Nice. All right. Jacob's asking what to do with Werner, Havertz, and JWP. Maybe delete Martin.
No, I mean, look, JWP might not be on penalties. Ings might be on penalties. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you keep faith, I don't blame you. I mean, JWP could do business, and Havertz and Werner, they've got Liverpool. Maybe this game's got goals. I mean, Liverpool conceded 3 against Leeds.
Yeah. Dimesh is asking, will Werner start? We both believe he will.
And Thomas is saying best season keeper. I love that. I think best season keeper could be maybe. Oh no, this is a bit crazy. It's hard. I think maybe you're right. With maybe Pickford could be good. Yeah. I just think that this Emiliano Martinez at Villa is going to be interesting because he's going to make a lot of saves. I just want to put that out there. I am going to be watching him with my third eye as well. I'm going to be watching him with an open mind because he could be really good. They're going to make a lot of saves.
Tarush, when will United and City assets rise in price? It seems like it might actually be after the Game Week 2 deadline.
It might be after the Game Week 2 deadline, so we'll have to wait and see there.
So I'd imagine literally straight after the Game Week 2 deadline, Bruno Fernandes, KDB will 100% go up.
Is that Podence? Is Akshat saying Pozenji? Is it Podence?
Maybe Podence, yeah.
Is the best 5.5 million in the game? Question mark? Yeah, maybe.
Maybe if he starts, if he gets a starting position in his Wolves team, absolutely. I mean, he could definitely do some business for them.
Yes.
All right. Did I go down too far?
I don't know. Maybe. How much have we got? We've got heaps of these. We're about an hour now. We're nearly there?
We're nearly there.
All right. Let's have a look. So best 5 million. So Sisiu is saying, how are you, mate? He's saying best 5 million besides Suchek. Honestly, I'm just going to go straight out and say one of my Leeds boys, maybe Phillips. He could be good. 5 million. We call him the Yorkshire Pirlo, which I've never even mentioned that because I don't want to get you guys hopes up. He's good. He's a playmaker. He played for England actually. And if Klitsch is worth 5 million, I'll be looking at it. I don't even know if Klitsch is worth 5 million. I'm going to check that out right now. You keep going.
Bassett is asking Antonio to Richarlison or Stevens to Digne. That's a toughie, man. I'd try to get rid of Antonio straight away. So Richarlison, you can probably go DCL. I mean, we actually haven't even spoken about Richarlison. He had an amazing game. Could have had a hat trick. Should have had a hat trick, but just didn't finish his chances. But he did play a real solo game. He kind of kept his head down, just took his shots. But I don't know. I'm not so sure about Richarlison. I like what I saw. If I had 8 million to spend on a forward, I would own Richarlison. I like it.
Would you go Richarlison over my boy DCL?
Yes.
Respect.
100% I would.
I mean, the thing is with me is I personally wouldn't, but I mean, DCL is your striker. Richarlison's playing, again, out of position because he's a forward and he's playing as a winger, midfielder, whatever. But, I mean, you could be right. Richarlison could be amazing, but I could be right as well. DCL could be amazing. Let's wait and see what happens here, Mickey boy.
Oscar is asking, should I wait with Orba in KDB out transfer, even if I will be priced out? That's up to you, mate.
I'd wait.
If you are going to get priced out of KDB and you're going to have to make another downgrade somewhere else, that's why it's very important to take hits early on because, man, I've been priced out so many times and all of a sudden the option's just gone unless you downgrade somewhere else. So up to you, mate. That one's completely up to you. I would do it, but it's up to you.
The only time in the season, it's between game week 1 and game week 8 is when I'll take early hits. That's the only time. Otherwise, just wait because you've already made your price kind of rises,
Totally F2P is asking, is it safe to go Orba to Bruno / KDB for game week 2?
It's tricky.
Is it safe?
Is it safe? I mean, safety is...
Define safe.
I don't know. It's tricky, Josh. I mean, I don't know. Back your gut there, mate. Because, I mean, Fernandes... Yeah, it's a tricky question to answer. I reckon you should have to back your gut.
I think it's safe.
A flip of a coin.
I think it's safe, to be honest. I think it's safe. I define safe. I think it's safe.
Matthew's saying, someone else is saying again, better to play James or Kyle Walker-Peters, and we both say James. Just he's on attacking threat.
Yeah, especially after that game. How can you not play him? Mr. C just saying congrats to game week 1. Thank you, brother.
All right, so Shop and Mutu is saying, how are you, brother? He's got Menagre and Ben Davies. Should I swap him with any Everton or Wolves defender? If yes, who and which player? So Vinagre obviously has to go, doesn't he? He's not starting.
He's not starting. He's got to go.
He's not starting.
If you want another Wolves defender, though, you're going to have to pay 5 million because all the Wolves defenders are worth 5 million.
Well, if you had to go up to size, what an option. If he's going to repeat somewhat, even like half of that performance, I'm looking at size. Man, what was he doing hitting the post with his left foot? Is he a right footer and he's in the post with left foot? I think he must be a left footer to do that. That was crazy, man. Anyway, otherwise, I mean, 4.5 best 4.5 budget defenders. We've spoken about Justin and Lamptey.
Yep. Definitely.
That's in our opinion.
Our opinion. Actually, asking Vasilev is the best bench fodder. Oh no, Dimesh is asking thoughts on Vasilev. Vasilev, I mean, he's just
Is he going to start?
bench fodder. He's not going.
I don't know if he's going to start.
I don't
Maybe.
think he's
We'll have to
gonna
wait and see. And actually, we've got to talk about like Burnley defenders as well. They could be the best budget defensive. I just want to put it out there as well because they haven't played yet. So we'll have to wait and see.
True. I have, Jeremy saying, I have Ali, Vinagre, and St. Maximum. Who would you transfer out first? That's pretty easy for me. It's Ali.
Yeah.
I was not a big advocate of Ali pre-Everton game, and I'm still not a big advocate of Ali. I think you're wasting your money and time on Ali, so I would get rid of him. Even though he will play, Vinagre is probably not going to play. So if you have someone to play there instead of Vinagre, just take a hit, mate. I'd just take a hit and get rid of them both. You easily go, just top of my head, Ali down to James Rodriguez, 7.5 million. Use that extra 0.5 Vinagre to size, and you're done.
Yeah, there you go. The extensiveness. There you go. So Vicky is saying, have both Salah and Mane, planning to transfer out Mane for KDB or Bruno. Which one to go for? I'd probably bring in Bruno because they've got a favourable fixture. He would say KDB because he is in love with KDB. He's got KDB glasses on right there. He's got like the beer goggles and stuff. He's starting to cry. So there, Mickey boy. It's okay.
I love you, Kevin.
His team name's like, I love Kevin De Bruyne or something like that, isn't it?
Come to Chelsea.
He was at Chelsea, Mick. Sorry about that. You had your chance. Rudy is saying Salah is captain. Am I crazy? Am I crazy for having hair like this? Captain him, man. He could do crazy things, man. That's what Salah does. That's what craziness does. Craziness does crazy things.
That was an emotional time. Oscar's asking Podence or Neto.
Answer the question, Mick. It's your question. Do your thing.
Podence. I love me some Podence. Even though Neto was on corners. Neto was on corners. So
Ooh.
I mean, I like that they're both playing though. So I think they're both good players.
I love this next one. Basudev is saying, "Is Mahrez a safe pick?" It's like probably the most. I'd love to answer that. I can't answer that question. You're gonna have to maybe take a look back in maybe 10 game weeks and you answer that question because we don't even know if he's going to start, man. I mean, safe with Mahrez is not true, but I don't know, man. I think he's going to be an amazing option. Maybe Silva gives him more of a chance. I don't know, man. Good luck.
Daniel's asking Vinagre to Saiss or Souček to Podence. I'm going to say Saiss all day. Rob Davies is saying Willian. What?
No room for Auber.
Captain. No room for Auber in my team. William Catane.
William Captain. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it could be a good option. I like that.
I like William. William's a good option.
What to do with Vinagre and Ben Davies? Chopin and Mitu saying maybe sell Vinagre to maybe Justin and Ben Davies. You maybe can keep him. Maybe that Regulian might not play straight away.
Yeah, that's it.
FPL there. How are you, my
Thanks,
man?
Mate. How you going?
What's going on?
Yep, we are very pumped about FPL being back. That's right.
It. Definitely. We love your channel as well, my man.
Yeah. Avesh is saying, do you think Greenwood is going to start? Yes.
He has to in the first game week. He's going to be an amazing choice this game week as well. I think he could score for sure.
Definitely.
And Messi, I should call him Messi, man. Messi is saying Dallas or Ayling. I think that Dallas at this point is the better option as long as he continues to start. And I think he will. What? What's that?
Thanks, mate. I know, like with something. Thank you.
Crazy. Thanks, 12 o'clock football for the super chat. We really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Didn't even know that was there.
Respect.
Where are we? We're here.
There we are.
All right. What are we going to? Faye is saying good 5.5 midfield asset replacing Maxim.
So good 5.5 million asset. Maybe. I mean, who did we just say before?
I like Decore.
Harrison, maybe, or Decore. Yeah, sorry. Harrison and Decore.
I like what I saw from Decore. I mean, I wouldn't be replacing St. Maxim so soon unless he is out. If he's confirmed out, sure. Something to think about.
I love it. We've just caught up on the kid chat from before. So you are both best kids. Respect. Thanks, brother. Kid James Milner. Love it. And Josh is saying Kid Havertz. That is the best name ever. Kid Havertz. What a good Kid Havertz is, eh? Oh, he's a chef. Mr. McSeege, the chefy.
I used to be a chef too. Well, once a chef, always a chef. But I don't work in a kitchen anymore, thank God. But, I still enjoy cooking.
Don't hate on kitchen. You love it.
Man. Actually, I still work in our kitchen.
He loves it
here and there. I've been back in there a little bit. So
someone's asking. Pritesh is saying Saiss or Lamptey. Probably if you can afford Saiss, go Saiss. Akshat is saying Saiss.
Brother.
And Lord Heimdall is saying Bruno or
Heimdall. It's Heimdall.
Heimdall. I can't remember. I've got glasses on and stuff. Oh, that's sick.
I got you, man. I love Heimdall.
Sorry about that, buddy. Sorry about that. All right. Anyway, Bruno or Rashford game week 2 only. Bruno.
But Rashford can do business, so I'm not ruling out Rashford. I like Rashford.
And Glenny boy, We love you, Glenny boy. Should I switch Salah over to Mane or just stick with one of them? You've killed it. You've moved down. I can't even read that question.
Will they
anymore.
score the same number of points by the end of the season?
All right. I think that Salah's going to get more, but it might only be like 20 points. You know what I mean? Like I can't see Salah getting 50 points more. What was the difference between them this season? Last season?
It wasn't much.
It's close. I think it's a much of a muchness, but I would go Salah.
Pritesh saying Souček or Hendricks? That's a good question.
That's a really good question. I'd stick with Hendricks because of his form. I get it, but Souček because of his threat, because he's got horrible fixtures.
Jimi Hendrix, man.
Yeah.
12 o'clock football. Thank you once again.
Thank you,
for
12
the
o'clock
super
football.
chat.
Thank you for the
Any
super
Indian
chat.
FPL managers in here? I'm pretty sure there is.
Yeah, there would
There's a
be.
few out there, so yeah, check him out. Check me out. Check him out.
Check them out.
Check him out.
All right, what else have we got here? We have got
Let's keep this going.
a bit of a scrolling. You guys are awesome. Cheers from Melbourne. Avesh, how are you, brother? So Schopenhauer is saying if Bale comes to Spurs, is Son's position in danger? No. Son's starting. Bale will go on the other side. That's for sure. What else have we got here? I think we're towards the end now. Here we are.
Yeah, no, there.
Justin's place in trouble with Cengiz coming in. No chance. Cengiz is a midfielder. He will not be playing as a defender. Justin's position is not in doubt for Cengiz. Unda will be playing as a midfielder. Cengiz will be displacing either Perez or Barnes on that wing. Most likely be playing on the right wing, cutting in, and he'll also be in my team. So I just want to put that out there.
Richie Wong saying best leads mid at 5.5. We touched on this. I think
Harrison at the moment. Klitsch is most likely on penalty. Maybe it's Hernandez. I'm not too sure. I don't know. Bielsa mixes it up. He's just like I don't know. So we'll see what happens with that one there.
Glenn's asking if you should give Daddy Ings time. Absolutely not. Sell him immediately.
Down. If you've got him and you want to keep him, I don't blame you. I've actually taken him out because I needed to fund moves. But yeah, he's saying get rid of him. I'd like to say Maximum or Hendricks at 5. Mick, Oscar is asking, or Rashford and Marshall. Pick one each. Bang, bang.
Say Maxim and Marshall.
Cool. What else have we got here?
Are you guys planning to bring in Marshall or Jimenez, Chopin?
No, Chopin, we are not planning to bring in those. We've both made our transfers, and I am bringing in KDB, Fernandez, and DCL, and you are bringing in KDB,
Fernandez, and Wilson.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, let's keep scrolling through. That's it. We're at the bottom of the chat. Yeah,
yes.
We made it.
So Jonathan Rolfe is saying Jamal Lewis or Mitchell or Justin. I think Justin. Leicester's got the best. They're the best team of those, and Justin's already got an assist, so it could be good. Next one. Nearly there. We're so close to finishing this one here for anyone that's like, when are these guys going to finish these questions?
Will Brewster be a regular at Sheffield United?
No idea. I don't think so.
Yet to be determined. Really,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be holding my breath. That's for sure.
Yep. No idea.
Will Mitrovic start?
Yes.
Reginald was asking.
We think that Reggie. We think he starts. We think he starts. And then Sissy was saying, boys, is Jimenez essential, especially with these amazing Wolves fixtures incoming? I'm not going to say essential, but it could be a really amazing differential because no many people own him this season.
I love it. I love Jimenez.
I love
him. He's got a great volley, but he gets stuck in that bracket of not getting double-digit hauls. I think maybe he got 2 last season, but he's consistent. Man, is he consistent. I love you, Jimenez. And damn, I respect you.
Oh, he's such a gun, man. He's so consistent, man. He looks amazing. He could have had a hat-trick. Bearded FL, I don't know that name. Bearded legend. He's asking about Dele Alli basically, and I think he's going to hang around. And I think that if you want to keep him, give him a chance.
Sell him.
Yeah, Mick reckons sell him. I think I'd probably get rid of him as well. Fun else moves. Mane captain. Cameron's asking. I would probably go for someone else, but I mean, maybe could be good.
Hey, why not? It's Mane's turn, really. Salah got his hat trick.
Yeah, true. Who knows? Far out. Just keep rolling that dice, huh?
Thomas is saying, look what happened to KDB and Salah once they left Chelsea. Is Willian destined for greatness?
Hey.
Wow.
What a call. Same as buddy. You've left out Lukaku. You've left out so many other names that how many players leave you guys for greatness? It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Could be spot on. Bruno for captain, people are saying.
Hello, Harbour Boy from New Zealand. Welcome,
Harbour Boy.
Mate.
Did you guys take a -8 this week? I love it. We take the hit here at FPL. Take the hit. We're just going to start the season taking the hit. Yes. I don't know why I brought the water bottle in there. Because I'm thirsty, maybe.
Oscar's asking, is it safe to like the stream? I don't know why we don't get more likes.
Yeah, come on. Like the stream. Do you like it? Do you like it?
Maybe they don't enjoy it.
If you don't like it, then dislike it. I don't
Hit
care.
that, slam that dislike button.
Make sure you hit that thumbs down if you didn't like that, all right? But if you know what, if you liked it, give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. But if you didn't, you dislike
What
it.
do these likes even do? I don't even know what they do.
I don't know either.
They give us like confidence or something like that.
No, we're happy with whatever. Thanks for the love. We appreciate any love, any beautiful comments. All right, we're nearly there. Last kind of, it looks green in these glasses. All right, we've got, what have we got? Katie is a nice kid. They're still on the kid talk. I love it. Carl is saying, best captain in your opinion out of everyone. Oh, who is it, man? For this week? You know what? Ooh, I'm going to say Orba. I'm going to say Orba for this week because maybe why not? Why not? Because I took him out probably.
I'm going to say Kevin De Bruyne because I'm captaining him. That's why.
All right. What to do with Havertz? We both say maybe, I don't know. What are we thinking? If you need to get rid of him, get rid of him. If you want to keep him, I don't blame it. I don't blame you at the same time. So it's a kind of a flip of a coin decision.
Yeah. I mean, I'd sell him, to be honest. From what I saw in that first game, I would sell him because you made a mistake in trying to get him in early and he needs to settle. But in saying that, he could have a ripper against Liverpool. We know what the kid can do. He's a freak.
We know what the kid can do. I wonder. I love it. We're going to keep this kid talk is going to go.
Damn it.
This kid talk is continuing, by the way. And I wonder how many dislikes we've actually got on this video now. It'll be interesting. Someone taking the piss on us. But so Mr. McSiege is saying, thanks for the DMs. And no worries. We appreciate it. We love you as well.
Love you guys.
And how can you not say, oh, but Mick loves it. Andy Carroll is someone is saying Andy Carroll for captain choice. Triple captain Orba for this week. Someone, Akshat is saying, oh, Akshat. Love that kid, Akshat. What a legend.
Reckless up, bound down.
All right.
Captain Pick. Anonymous writer, is Grealish a good choice over Havertz?
Maybe. Grealish could be a good choice. They stayed up. Give him penalties for me. Give him a bit more confidence.
Yeah, if you did, that'd be good.
I like it.
But no, I'm not going near Grealish. Sorry, mate.
I think that's about it, isn't it?
We have done the questions.
We have done it.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
yes, and that's one more thing as well, is that the transfer window is not over. There's still a little bit longer left. So there's still going to be a lot more moving. That's why I'd basically hold off on wildcarding because, there's going to be some players that we're going to want to bring in maybe. Like Bale. Like I want to bring in Wales. But yeah. See you guys. Anyone
calling Wales?
Bale from Wales. Wales from Bales. Ooh. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Thank you. We appreciate all the love. 5th of October is when it is. And we love all the time we spend with you guys. And we hope you appreciate it and enjoyed it.
Thank you so much, guys. If you do enjoy what we do, head over to patreon.com. Give us some support. If you don't, good. Just join us in the live stream. We don't care. It's all fun and games for us. We just have a good time doing what we do. Big shout out to Fantasy Football Scout, our partners in crime now. Head over to their members area if you want to sign up and get lots of stats and all those good
they've got
stuff.
good members area, actually.
They've got really good stuff. If you do want to sign up, we do have an affiliate link as we are affiliated with them. So you can head over to my Twitter page to find out what that affiliate link is.
That's it. And also, I just want to say one more thing as well. Joffy, give some hair to Mick. I love it. Take it. Just quickly, if you've missed a lot of this stream, it'll be live within the next half an hour. So you can go back and watch what you missed or whatever. That's something that with these streams, you can always watch the replay. Exactly the same thing. Just the normal video. Just want to put it out there. So let it be. And IPL starts this weekend. Yeah, everyone's loving on the IPL as well. Why not? Why not? So thanks for tuning in, guys. And shall we?
As we say at FPL Take the Hit, always remember to stay positive.
Accept the red arrows, but embrace the green arrows, guys.
Yeah.
Peace and love to you all. Oh, no. That was the one that I started.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys soon.
We love you all. Peace, love, and light to all our FPL brothers and sisters.
And good luck Game Week 2.
Good luck Game Week 2.
Back yourself.
Them green arrows.
See you guys.
Bang.
Bang, bang. Love it.
And
love it. No, it was good, man.